Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Ram. 82. Hey, stack. Great. Flag.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Gold. 82. Shorty.
They're going to look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Tight. There we go. Back man. Lion.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, empty.
They run again on first down. Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff looking right. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 96 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. Whoosh. Wrap up.
Still moving. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now back to throw. And right with it here over the middle. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And on the ground they go with the running back. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now they try the right side here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second and goal from inside the 5. He'll get it up the middle. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now fourth down and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Great 15, great 15.
They'll set up to throw. And he finds Clark. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Carlson now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph. To throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a handoff working right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now they try the right side here. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gano's kick is right through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they will have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Over the middle, complete. It's right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down now, but that clock rolling. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the lead is down to 2. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple of months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.